This podcast episode isn't just another talk about narcissistic abuse. It's a blueprint for fathers who want out of the manipulation, out of the confusion, out of the silent war that's been eating away at their soul. They want out of their toxic relationship. So this episode is your roadmap to freedom, fatherhood, and recovery from narcissistic abuse. Welcome back to the Narc Free Man Podcast. I'm your host, Philip Dugas. Look, if you are a dad trying to survive a toxic relationship with a female narcissist, or worse, trying to co-parent with a narcissist, this episode is for you. So in this video, we're going to break down the 5 phases of your escape and rebuild journey. Like number 1, awareness, seeing the truth for what it is. Number 2, strategy, creating a smart and safe exit plan. 3, detachment, emotionally unhooking from the manipulation. 4, protection, securing your kids and your peace. The 5th thing is rebuilding you, becoming the man you were meant to be, a man of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. And each phase builds on the last. If you miss one, and you'll find yourself circling the same mountain. But master them, and you'll never be controlled by a narcissist again. So phase 1, waking up from the delusion. Most men in narcissistic, toxic relationships don't even know they are being abused. They think they are just in a difficult marriage. They rationalize her behavior. Like she's just stressed, or she's had a rough, traumatic childhood, or she just needs to feel heard. But what's really happening is this. You are being trained. Trained to doubt your own memory. Trained to absorb her guilt. Trained to walk on eggshells so she can walk all over you. A female narcissist doesn't destroy you all at once. She erodes you piece by piece. First, she plays the savior, the one who understands you. Then the victim, so you protect her. Then the critic, so you chase her approval. You lose your sense of reality until the only version of truth that exists is hers. That's why awareness is your first act of rebellion. When you can finally say with confidence, this is narcissistic abuse and I'm not crazy, that's when the fog begins to lift. And here's the truth, guys. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's God pulling you out of delusion and into clarity. Let's get into phase 2, strategy. The silent exit plan. Because leaving a narcissist without a plan is like stepping off a battlefield without armor. You don't walk out, you strategize out. And this is where men fail most. They either leave too emotionally or too loudly. Both will cost you custody, credibility, or your peace. So here's what a strategic exit looks like. Number 1, you document everything. Every message, every insult, every manipulation. Narcissists rewrite history. Documentation protects you from her lies. Number 2, find a really good attorney who understands narcissistic abuse. Not every lawyer gets this. You need one who's seen the games, the false allegations, the smear campaigns, the parental alienation, and don't announce your plan. Narcissists thrive on chaos. The moment she knows you are planning to leave her, she'll sabotage your reputation, your kids' perception, and your finances. So move in silence. The fourth thing to do is secure your finances and digital presence. Like, for example, change your passwords, make sure you have separate accounts, get copies of your important documents, make sure you get all that in place. The fifth thing is to set a soft landing. That means going somewhere safe, whether it's family, a friend's house, a short-term rental, Airbnb, where she can't emotionally or physically access you. Because you are not leaving a relationship, you are exiting a psychological war zone. And make sure to consult with your family law attorney on how to best go about doing that. Now, phase number 3 is the detachment phase, or breaking the trauma bond. A lot of men get stuck in this area and don't know what to do. So I'm going to tell you that this is the hardest part. Not leaving her, but leaving what you thought she was. Because let's be honest, brother, you don't just miss her, you miss the illusion, the version of her that mirrored your kindness, your faith, your strength. That woman never existed. You were in love with a mask. A trauma bond keeps you tied up through pain and reward. The same cycle addicts go through. It's dopamine, fear, and hope all mixed into one chaotic, toxic cocktail. So when you go no contact, your brain will fight you. It'll tell you to text her, to check her Instagram, to explain one more time, because every message is a vein reopening. Every argument is a hit of her control. And every time you break no contact, you teach her that she still owns your mind. Detachment is discipline. It's not emotional coldness. It's emotional clarity. And start replacing reaction with reflection. When you feel like texting her, journal instead. When you want to defend yourself, pray instead. When you want closure, remind yourself that closure with a narcissist is self-destruction. You don't need her to understand you. You need to understand yourself again. Phase 4. And now we shift to what matters most, your kids. A female narcissist doesn't co-parent, she counterparents. She uses the children and turns them against you to hurt you, to confuse them, and to reinforce her narrative. For example, you'll hear things like, sweetie, daddy doesn't love you anymore. He doesn't love us. Daddy's too busy for you. And she'll cry in front of them and say, you made her sad, whatever it may be. They're master manipulators. And you can't fight that head on. You'll lose the emotional war every time. So here's how to protect your kids. Number 1, consistency over correction. Don't try to make your kids see the truth. Show them stability until they feel the truth. Number 2, again, going back to documentation. That saves lives. So keep notes after every exchange with your ex. I'm talking time, her tone, her behavior in court, because patterns beat emotions every time. The third thing you do is gray rock her. Gray rock communication. So be boring, factual, brief. Never react to her bait, because the calmer you are, the more she exposes her narcissistic self. And number 4 is therapeutic intervention. So I recommend finding trauma-informed counselors for your kids, not to bash her, but to give them a safe place to process the confusion. And remember this, your children are watching how a man handles injustice. One day they'll see the truth, and your job isn't to convince them, it's to be consistent until they see it for themselves. Now let's get into phase 5, the rebuilding phase, or becoming the 2.0 version of you. So now that you have survived the war, it's time to win back your peace. Now you don't get your old self back. That man's gone. You build a stronger 2.0 version of yourself. It all starts in the gym. So start by rebuilding your body. Narcissistic abuse disconnects you from your power. Consistent strength training reconnects you to it. Next is to rebuild your mind. Study, read personal development books, learn, grow, and heal. Therapy helps. Your faith, journaling, community. Look, whatever helps you gain understanding without any shame. And rebuild your mission, because a man without purpose is easy to control. So start creating again. Lead yourself again and dream again. When you stop reacting to her and start responding to life, you win. When your peace no longer depends on her chaos, you win. And when your kids see you living free, healed, and grounded, you have already broken the generational curse. Brother, you were never weak for trying to love her, but now you must be strong enough to let her go. You are not the man she said you were. You are the man God designed you to become. Steady, healed, and unshakable. So thanks for listening to this episode. I hope it added some value to you. Until the next time we meet again, stay strong, stay steady, and stay narc free.